Okay, hello everyone. This is Weird Alicorn here, and today we're going to be doing something um, probably other people have done, but I want to give it a try. I'm going to be reading some fan fiction today. So, from fanfiction.net. This particular fan fiction I just picked because I didn't really think too hard about it. It was just something I wanted to read, and I thought this would be a pretty good one. Uh, this particular story is called Close Bonds. It is by, hold on, let me see who it's by so I can just give. It's by Sneaky, capital Sneaky. Sneaky. It has pretty many views on it and it has pretty many likes. It's a human and Equestria story, so yeah, this ought to be interesting. And I'm going to be reading this. It's not going to be a serious read through at all. Like no like dramatic reading or anything really. It's just going to be me reading, and as I'm reading, I'm just probably going to be having a stream of consciousness, just spouting out my random thoughts as I'm reading, trying to be funny maybe. So why don't we just get in with it? So we'll start out with the first chapter here because that's where you would normally start out with the whatever. It is called All's Well That Ends Well. Okay. I take you in and you spend all my damn money and make this mess out of my house. Oh, that was quite a way to start a story right there. There are tears in her eyes now. She screams, I hate you, Ivan! You're so fucking selfish. Why can't you ever think about anyone but yourself? Now isn't that the pot calling the kettle black? She looks into the kitchen where a pot is sitting on the ground, probably knocked over from all the ruckus. For a second you think she's going to throw it at you. Oh, that's mean. Instead she bolts out of the front door in a streak of rainbow. You run after her. All she is now is a speck in the sky. She's like, Team Rocket, blessed enough again. Yeah, and good riddance to you too, you scream. Your eyes start to water, but you fight it back. Not a tear will be shed for that inconsiderate little prick. Damn. Some hostility already. Ponies are looking at you now, angry and a bit embarrassed. You slam the door shut. You just want to be alone. You walk back to the couch and look around the room. Yours and Rainbow's crap is scattered everywhere, so we have a rainbow here. This is Rainbow. Okay. You begin cleaning up, putting Rainbow's belongings in an assorted pile by the door. You intend to leave it outside for her to come get it, if she wants it back. A soft tapping echoes through the empty house. Sighing, you go to open it. Hello, you say, trying to keep the choked up emotion out of your voice. You want to cry? A little pink-maned, butter-yellow Pegasus stands at your doorstep. Hi, Ivan. May I come in? You don't really feel like talking to anyone, any pony for that matter, but Fluttershy is the exception to a lot of things. Sure, come in. After some adjusting of the cushions, you both sit down on your couch. She surveys the damage that has been done to this room. Wow, so it was really that bad, huh? You mutter. Oh, you don't even know the half of it. She shifts a little. So I know you may not be in the mood to listen right now, but are you in the mood to listen? Okay. For the first time in what seems like a while, you genuinely smile. Sure. She smiles nervously, as if unsure of what she's about to say. Okay. But don't tell anyone I said this. Would it be any pony? I'm sorry, whatever. Especially not Rainbow Dash. She has your interest now. Alright, deal. She sighs, wondering where to begin. Okay, so you notice Rainbow acting a little funny lately. You mean besides being a little bit... Yeah, that among other things. You know, she was so excited to move in with you. It was almost as if she was happy about what happened to her house. Okay, you say, feeling a little bad about what you were... about what you were about to call the Cyan Pegasus. So what are you getting at? Did you not ever stop to think that what Dash might be thinking? You frown deeply. Yes, and if you're trying to pin her jerk behavior on me, then... Oh, I'm sorry. That came out wrong. It isn't your fault. Well, I guess in a way it is, but it's not because you're inconsiderate. Oh my god, I can't talk today, guys. You raise an eyebrow. Okay, then what is it? I Let me put it this way. You know that Dash cares about you, right? I guess. And the longer you know someone, the more you care about them. Go on. Go on. Okay. But sometimes these feelings grow into something different. Oh. Wait, he's not gonna be like Tommy Wiseau? Go on. He gets it. He gets the picture. Yeah. Well, why didn't she say anything then? Or try to be pleasant like most ponies would? Because she's Rainbow Dash, dude. Come on. Tsundere Dash is best Dash. Come on, guys, you know. Fluttershy shifts a bit. She has a funny way of showing things. She was probably trying to get your attention, but just didn't know how. In a strange way, it all suddenly makes sense. You feel really bad now. You can imagine the pain you put her through if all this is true. Rejection, disappointment, depression, feelings you felt before. Damn. He's like putting her in the friend zone, man. Or ex-friend at this point. They're had a fight. And they've all been thrust upon your best friend, Rainbow Dash. You need to make things right. Thanks, Flutters, you say, smoothing out her mane. I don't know what I'd do without you. You're welcome, Yvonne, she says, welcoming the gesture of approval. So I'm going to be out of here in a minute. Catch you later? Sure thing. She hops off the couch and heads towards the door. Fluttershy, you say as she's about to step outside. Yes, Yvonne? Drop the candle. She squeaks and shakes her head. A single candlestick falls at her. What? She's a fucking kleptomaniac. She's part of the klepto club. Oh, what? So she squeaks, then shakes her head. A single candlestick falls out of her mane. And the bits. She does some maneuvering with her cheeks. What cheeks? And 1, 2, 3, 4 coins fall out of her mouth and land in a neat pile. That little thief. Wow. Sorry, Yvonne. It's fine. Just don't take anything else. She blushes and nods and steps out the door and closes it behind her. How does she do it, you wonder? You shake your head, then reach into your pocket for a sucker. Sucker? Who calls it a sucker anymore? That's just, as the late great George Carlin would say, it's not dirty, but it's suggestive as hell. You really need a sucker right now. No suckers. Damn it, Fluttershy. Ah, she stole your lollipops. Alright, so apparently some time has passed because we have a little kind of break in the text here. You walk through town on the lookout for the Rainbow Mane Pegasus. It's possible she skipped town, at least for a while. She tends to do things without thinking when she's emotional. Even so, you're placing your trust on the off chance that she's still here. Another half hour into the search and you still haven't found her. You take a break and sit on a park bench, quite disappointed with the results of your efforts. You need to talk to her, but she's nowhere to be found. You look to the sky. It's the afternoon now. Maybe she's... Sorry, guys. You look to the sky. It's the afternoon now. Maybe around 5-ish. The sun will be setting soon. When it does, you call it a day. I'm really breaking up my phrases here. You call it a day. I'm like William Shatner. What a way to spend your weekend. Paying bills, arguing with your best friend who seems to have spent half of your paycheck on booze and pointless crap. Booze and pointless crap? That's all you spend your paycheck on, dude. I mean, come on. Then going on a fruitless search for her once you realize why she's acting this way. Maybe you should just go home. You've wasted so much time looking for her already. She might not even be ready to forgive you. Talking to her will just make things worse. Your thoughts are interrupted by a sobbing coming from up above. Wait, I'm sorry, wait, hold up. So, she might not be ready to forgive you, even though she's the one that's, spent all your, money on stuff? Come on. What? She's the one who should be apologizing. Whatever. The source of the sound happens to be a cloud with a light blue hoof sticking over the edge. Oh, we know who that is. Come on. Rainbow, you call without thinking? The crying stops, and Rainbow's head peeks over the edge of the cloud. Her eyes are wide for a moment, subsequently a bit red from the... Subsequently? What? Would it be consequently? Whatever. Subsequently a bit red from the crying, but the tears are blinked away from her eyes. Sorry. The tears are blinked away, and her eyes narrow into slits. What do you want? You gulp. One chance. Make it or break it. I want to say I'm sorry. She's taken aback. You're sorry? After I spent and gambled away half of your money? You don't even pay you back? Yeah, she has a good point. Like, come on. I trashed your house, which you might not even be able to afford because of me. And you're apologizing? Oh my god, I can't read, guys. I'm sorry. You chuckle. The house is already a mess anyways, and as for money issues, he gets a welfare check? Okay. I didn't know the Equestrian government was so, like, it was so, like, American or whatever. I don't even know what you describe that as. Gets a welfare check. Get that payroll. I get a welfare check from the government each month for taking you in. And even though it's not nearly enough to pay off what I've lost, I still have very good friends, which I know will support me financially, seeing what I'm going through. You smile warmly. Friends help each other. So why don't you just come down and we can drink some of that cider you bought, just like old times. She sniffs. You never drink alcohol. I would always get drunk and you would just be sitting there with your orange juice. Which shows just how willing I am to put this all behind us. Come on, Dashie. He calls her Dashie. My little Dashie. You hold out a hand. She smiles and wipes her eyes, then flies down to take your hand. Together you walk back home. Oh, that's sweet. So, apparently more time has passed because we have another break in the text. Okay, so we start out with... Yeah! How do you stomach this stuff? Come on, Ives. This is just one more gulp. Okay, they're drinking cider. Okay. You look down at the cider, you brace yourself, then down the hatch it goes. You gag a bit, then comment, I really prefer the non-alcoholic kind, thank you. Mind tossing me some? Sure, she says, sliding over some sweet apple wiggers, old-fashioned, lightly sweetened, non-alcoholic cider. Yeah. Is that the whole name? The old number 7? Some of that Apple Jack Daniels? Thanks, you reply, chugging it down enough to get the taste out of your mouth. The two of you sit on the opposite sides of a barrel full of cider. Dash really likes cider, it seems. She's had her 4th mug, and she's not even a little tipsy. She's a heavyweight, man. She bends over, brings her cup to the faucet of the barrel, then comes up with another mug full of alcoholic beverage. You shake your head. You know, I'm starting to think 500 bits worth of alcohol wouldn't be enough for tonight. She slammed down the empty wooden cup. You're right, we should get more. You know she's joking, and you both laugh heartily. You've stopped being mad at her, and hot-headed as she can be, she's fairly forgiving. It seems things may go back to normal. Or almost. Uh-oh. Hey, Rainbow, I was thinking, you say, setting down your bottle. I should pull out that old guitar and we could sing some old Earth songs. Okay, that wasn't where I was going. I think it was going. She's going for her 6th cup, but instead slowly comes to eye level with you. Cautiously, she asks, Earth songs? Well, yeah, I mean, I might be a little bit rusty, but ever since I lost my MP3 player... MP3? Does anyone call it that anymore? Whatever. My iPod. But because ever since I lost my MP3 player, there's a few songs I've been dying to hear. Oh, alright, is it Ivan or is it Ivan? It's probably Ivan. I'm just... For some reason, like, when I see the name, I think of, like Eastern European, I don't know. Maybe I should just stick with Ivan for now. Ivan Ooze. No one's gonna get that reference. Ivan, the last time you played that thing, you kept playing that hurt song over and over. You couldn't stop thinking about your old home. You were crying the whole time. And about that little music player, you told Twilight to disassemble it so you would never be reminded of Earth again. You remember that. You had just found out you would never make it home, and it was hard on you. Thinking he wouldn't come near you when you had your guitar out because of the one time she heard you playing Dust in the Wind and started crying. Dust in the Wind. That's Kansas, I think, right? Yeah. But things are different now. I've been living here for over a year, and I'm over the whole never going home thing. Besides, there's more to Earth music than sad tunes. You know, Rebecca Black, Friday, Bauer, Harlem Shake. Come on, guys. These are some epic tunes, right? Rainbow seems to be looking you over just to make sure you haven't relapsed into depression. After a few thorough scans, she concedes. Uh-oh, my air conditioning just came on. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but hey, whatever. There was this band I really enjoyed called Green Day. Green Day? Maybe like back in like 2001, but come on. I happen to know a few of their songs on guitar. Rainbow Dash watches you tune the guitar. The strings are all out of tune and make some awkward notes before they're pulled to just the right tightness. Sounds lame. Whatever it is, it sounds horrible. That's what a few of my friends said. It all depends on your taste in music, I guess. The high E tuned, you strum each string individually, but fast enough for the notes to meld together into one. Let's begin with a song called Time of Your Life. Oh wait, guys, I actually know this song. Hold up, let me get my guitar for a second, because he actually has lyrics here. All right. So what I have my guitar here. Okay, I'll try to sing this with him. All right, here we go. You warm up by playing the first few chords in progression, then begin the song the way it's supposed to be played. So he's like. Pretty sure that's how it goes. Let's see if I can play this. Okay, so it starts out with the lyrics. How is it? Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test, don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you've had the time of your life. It says, you're getting into it now. Your hand swipes up and down naturally with the tune of the song. It's been such a long time since you felt the rush of the music. It feels as if your throat is reopening, shaking off the collective dust and awakening to the sweet flavor of the song. You open your mouth to sing, but instead are surprised by another voice sounding out the Wait, how does she know the song? It's Rainbow Dash. Okay, so take the photographs and still frames in your mind. Hang it on the shelf in good health and good time. Her singing is beautiful. You can hardly believe that such a melody is being produced by a being who's always seemed to have such a scruffy voice. You join in with her and your voices go perfectly together. Tattoos... Okay, here we go. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. She stops here and watches you as you sing. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you've had the time of your life. You strum the next chords wordlessly. You and Rainbow Dash look into each other's eyes, locked in a spiritual embrace. Her lips move slowly, but she sings the final words with you. Your voices again intertwine. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you've had the time of your life. You don't even have time to play the ending. Before you even have time to inhale, her lips have locked into yours. Oh, okay, we're getting pretty lascivious now. Sorry you guys had to put up with my horrible singing, but I thought it'd be fun. You let the instrument fall to the ground. Okay, I'm not letting my guitar fall to the ground. You have no idea what is happening, only that it feels so good. You don't even get the chance to regain your senses before she bolts down the hallway and slams away. She just like runs away. Okay, it literally has in here just what period the period fuck. Okay, so more time has passed, apparently. You open the door to the guest bedroom, and there Rainbow Dash is, red as a beet. She looks up to you from the top of her eyes, and they're a little puffy again. You sigh and sit down next to her. Neither of you say a word. After a few minutes, you break the silence. So have you felt this way for long? She looks scared out of her mind. Her mouth opens, but she doesn't speak. After a few attempts, she finally answers, I don't know. You don't know? Yes. So you've liked me for a while, then? She nods. You see she's tearing up again. Why didn't you ever tell me? You don't mean it to be, but your voice is almost accusing. She's found her voice. I was scared. Scared of what you would think. But we all have to face the fact at some point, right? She nods again. So would you like to know what I think? She's paralyzed for a moment, but she regains her strength. Her head bows in one final nod. That's when you do it. It's almost close enough to be considered pouncing on her, but whatever it is, it's for Dash. You've put all your strength into that kiss. All other thoughts are blocked out as you focus all the energy into making one long, luscious kiss as meaningful as possible. Dash has recovered from shock, and your lips are now being brushed by her incredibly soft tongue. This is like turning into a clop right here. You can't get over how soft her tongue is. She's licked it before, but it was more or less a joke, and you haven't even thought to enjoy it then. Wait, she's licked you before? You just was like, whatever. Now it's simply amazing. You try to break the kiss, but she keeps pushing for more and more. Something about that turns you on. Finally, when you manage to separate a strand of saliva that connects to your lips. A strand of saliva connects to your lips, and she's panting. Her hot breath tastes like cider. She gives you enough time to catch your breath before she dives in for more. She misses, however, and ends up sucking on your cheek. What? That's kind of weird. Sucking on your cheek. I can like understand like kissing your cheek, but sucking? Whatever. She seems content with that. You're actually enjoying it until you smell the musk in the air. Oh, God. Oh, man, it says, she's wet. Celestia, she's wet. I like when fanfiction, for, like, MLP, when they use, like, Celestia in place of, like, God. I don't know why. It's just, it seems so obvious, but it's just, I don't know. I like when they do that. It's like, oh, yeah, she is kind of their, like, their God. I don't know, whatever. Rainbow, you urge, trying to push the lust-filled Pegasus off of you. Her body is pressed tightly against yours. Rainbow, please, you beg, but she just sucks harder. Rainbow, stop. That seems to have gotten her attention. She releases the suction on the side of your face and stares at you, confused. As I would be, like, come on, she wants the D. That was really bad and out of character for me to say that. A drop of spit hangs from her mouth. You chuckle and wipe it off, then bring the same hand to the back of her neck. Let's not turn our first date into a fuck fest, okay? What a great way to put it. She groans and you take that as an agreement. You continue to kiss, running your hands along her head, neck, and shoulders, and through her hair. Would it be mane? You both eventually end up next to each other on the side of the bed, or on the bed, rather. Your hind legs wrapped around your torso like a towel. Like a towel? Oh, okay, okay, I understand that. You can feel her discreetly rubbing her wet mare hood on your shirt, but you don't mind. You enjoy the feeling, rather. I wouldn't mind. It's getting my shirt all stained, man. Come on. Your mare juices. Wait, you say. You clap, triggering the on-off toggle for the magically enhanced lamps in the house. 2 claps turns the ones in your room off. 3 claps and the whole house is... the whole house is... I didn't know they had such advanced, like, technology in Equestria. I would just go up to my lamp and go, Rampu! iCarly reference, everyone? Come on. You know you guys used to watch that. You know. And that is the end of the first chapter. So it ends with him turning off the lights, and who knows what they get up to. Apparently they don't have sex, because he's like, I don't want to have sex. I'm a man. I have to be modest. So that was the first chapter. Let me know if you guys want to hear more of my annoying voice and me reading this stuff. Like I said, this was not at all serious. To be like, I didn't even rehearse this at all. It's literally just me reading this. I haven't even gotten that far into this story. I've read like 1-2 chapters of it maybe. So all the rest of it pretty much will be blind reading. This was mostly a blind read because I haven't read it in forever. But I found it and I thought you guys would like that. Oh, and the author wants to give shout outs to his editor, H.W. Rogers, I guess. And he says, the author's note says, like I said in the description, I'll continue this fic if you guys enjoy it. And I would say I would continue this series of reading off chapters of this story or whatever story. If you guys want to recommend a story, I'd be happy to read it and give my thoughts. So far, this is alright. I wouldn't say it's like a romantic masterpiece, but it's pretty good. It's pretty real, you know, as much as real humans with ponies can be. I have a feeling this is gonna turn into a big clout. Hold up, let me just see if this is gonna get really sexy and hot. So obviously it has kind of already, but so yeah, it does say mature and it has sex. Okay, well, whatever. We can get around that, can't we, guys? So if you want to keep listening, just give a comment, or I don't even know, like just say, hey, I want more of this, so I know, and I'll be back with another one if you guys want to hear more of me talking and reading. This has been Weird Alicorn. I'm also on fanfiction.net if you want to look me up, so that's my username, Weird Alicorn, on there, same as here. And thank you guys for stuck around, and maybe I'll see you next time.